for tuning into Citizens Workshop. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, today we are going to be reviewing Manslaughter Park. This is the third in the Jane Austen murder mystery series. No, I have not read book 2. Did that hinder me reading this book? No. Yes, Teresa Price has created her own little universe in this book, which I thought, when I read that Darcy and Lizzie were in this book, I just had a huge fangirl moment. I was like, ah! Such a dork. I was just like, oh my gosh, she created her own little universe here. I love it. I love when authors do that. But you can read this book by itself. I don't think it's necessary that you have to have read Pride and Premeditation or Sense and Second Degree Murder. Yes, I own it. I don't think it's necessary, but I think it just increases your enjoyment of the book itself. Now, this one is Manslaughter Park. It is a murder mystery retelling of Mansfield Park, so it does follow Fanny Price, who is an aspiring author. I loved it. This book actually makes me want to try to read Jane Austen again. I struggle with Jane Austen. I don't know why. I really don't. I love the Bronte sisters. I have no problem reading Wuthering Heights and Jane Eyre repeatedly because I guess I just like my romance a little bit more gothic and a little bit more tragic. Anyone who knows me knows that that is not a surprise. But that's just me, you know. I just struggle reading Jane Austen. But I've seen so many Jane Austen adaptations in film, and what I like about Jane Austen's work are her characters, her female characters. You know, they are, even given the time period, they're very strong-willed, they're very headstrong, you know, they're very much, I feel, modern women. And that's why Price's modern ideal, you know, modern contemporary ideas fit so well in her retellings, because she's still keeping the setting. The time period is the same. All that's different is some of the, you know, what's different is the characters and their passions. Fanny Price is an aspiring artist here. And then her uncle, you know, falls down the stairs and, oops, there was a tripwire. Oops, looks like he was murdered. Oops. So now she's on her way to discover which one of her family members is a murderer. And you have to remember, her position in the house is very precarious. So she really wants to be an artist so she can support herself. You know, she was sent to live with her uncle and his family because they were wealthier and in a better position, whereas her family was poverty-stricken and struggled to feed her. So off she went. You know, she was the daughter. Off she went, given a better opportunity. And I think it worked. You know, I do think the contemporary ideals and more modern ideals, they worked for the story because of that. Because of the way Jane Austen has set up her characters to begin with as headstrong and resilient. So Teresa Price adapting it into a murder mystery, it worked. And the way she characterized Fanny Price, it worked. I mean, yes, there are times when she's a little oblivious, but it kind of fit. It fit the story because she's just kind of an artist and she kind of wants to just be in her own little world doing her artwork, you know. She wants the family to ignore her and pretend she doesn't exist, that she can just keep going and doing whatever the hell she wants, right? And she also now needs to solve this murder mystery. But her obliviousness makes her a little charming because it adds to her, strangely enough, it adds to her character development. Throughout the entire story, she's becoming a little bit more aware of her surroundings, and also she's discovering more about herself. So this is a queer retelling. Just so everyone knows, it is a queer retelling. Fanny Price is bisexual. I know a lot of people have issues with that, which is fine, which is why I'm just noting it. But if you're looking for queer representation, here's a book for you. She is bisexual. And so throughout the novel, she's discovering that, yes, she still has feelings for Edmund, but she's starting to grow feelings for Mary as well. And I like the way that Price develops this part of her characterization, this self-awareness, because it makes her a brighter character. It makes her a more, I don't want to say resilient, because she's already resilient. It makes her more formidable, you know, discovering herself. So I like that about the story, because now she's going to really go for her dreams, you know, when she solves her uncle's murder. And the whole murder mystery aspect of the story, I mean, there are lots of red herrings. And I kind of saw it coming, not going to lie. But I didn't mind it. I don't mind when I see it coming. I prefer not seeing it coming. It was a little predictable in that aspect, but I didn't mind it so much because I thought the story itself was engaging. It was quirky. It was fun. I love cozy mysteries, and this was very much the feel of a cozy mystery, so for me it was a win. I don't even care that it was somewhat predictable. It was a win for me because I like quirky characters, and I like fun storylines, and I love somewhat oblivious girls who are kind of klutzy too, because I'm a huge klutz. So that was something for me to connect to as, you know, as a reader. I was able to connect to her and be like, oh, she's such a klutz. That's me. I'm a huge klutz. My mom even got me a t-shirt that said, I'm not a klutz. Gravity just hates me. I love it. But it was a lot of fun to read. It was fun. It was lighthearted. It was quirky. It was cozy. If you're looking for a lighthearted, cozy mystery with, you know, LGBTQ representation, this is really going to be the book for you. If you like Jane Austen retellings, definitely pick this one up. Pick up the whole series, honestly. I don't read Jane Austen, and yet I love this series. When I heard that this book was coming out, I was just like, oh my god, yes! Please! I need to read this book. Even though I hadn't read the second one yet. But I own it. I own the whole series now. I love it. And now Lizzie and Darcy, I hear, are getting their own spin-off series, and I'm like, yes! You can see how excited I am for that. Again, I struggle reading Jane Austen, but I love this series. So because of that, this book gets 4 out of 5 stars. It makes me want to read Jane Austen. It makes me want to give her a shot. Will I? Probably not. But it makes me want to. And that's the important part. So Manslaughter Park gets 4 out of 5 stars. If you want to go ahead and check it out yourself, I will of course include links in the description below on where you can purchase the book. And on that note, thanks again for tuning in to Sin's Workshop. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with all your book loving friends. And on that note, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, happy reading.